Coming up, the mountains are on fire in eastern Kentucky. We'll take a closer look at how one fire department is preparing to defend homes if necessary. And we'll take you to Breathitt County to hear from one family who's still recovering from July's flood and now worried about the fires.
Plus, forecasts are changing big time into this weekend. The latest on when we could see lows in the 20s again on the way as Mountain News at 6 starts now.
Dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 6.
While the red flag warning is expiring as we speak, many counties in our region have reported wildfires. Estill County is even under a state of emergency because of fires in that area. WYMT's Dakota Makers talked with the local fire and rescue squad about how we can help prevent them.
A lot of smoke being reported from ongoing forest fires across our region this morning, so be careful out there.
Fires were reported in several of our counties Tuesday. This video shows a wildfire in the Martin area of Floyd County.
Even just the smallest breeze can spread a small fire and make it a large fire very quickly and get out of control very quickly.
1006 Volunteer Fire Department firefighter John Newell agrees. Recently, the department responded to a fire close to homes.
The wind picked up. I mean, it started coming quickly. And so we quickly got the truck and pump gear and was able to spray water on it. We saved 2 houses during that time.
He says when red flag warnings are issued, they make sure their trucks are ready to go at a moment's notice, but says one of the issues they run into are hollow trees that catch on fire, then fall over, crossing the fire barrier set up by the forestry department.
One of the ones up on Deal Branch here in my area was a stolen car. They took it to the top of the hill to a cemetery and set it on fire. A lot of it is just people burning and getting out of control.
Urging people to follow red flag warnings and county-issued burn bans. In Leslie County, Dakota Makers, WYMT Mountain News.
Even when a red flag warning does expire, you should still be fire aware, follow county burn bans, and until we get a decent rain, our First Alert Weather Team recommends no outdoor burning. Animals at the Estill County Animal Shelter needed to be evacuated last night as flames were nearing the building. Anita Spreiser is the president and GM of Paws for the Cause. She says she swiftly coordinated the animal evacuation plan with the Estill County Judge Executive, Clark County Animal Shelter Emergency Team, and an animal adoption agency out of Ohio.
The problem was the smoke. There was a lot of smoke around the shelter. Those animals were breathing the smoke in all day.
12 dogs, 17 cats, and a donkey were inside the Estill County Animal Shelter. Some of those dogs were sent to Clark County Animal Shelter. The rest were sent to the Paws for the Cause facility in Lexington, where it is much easier to breathe. Another area affected by forest fires is Breathitt County. The Watts area along Highway 1278 has seen fires around homes all day and night. But one grandmother and granddaughter in the area say they are thankful to have each other through another scary time. WYMT's Olivia Calfee spent some time with them today.
From flood to fire, hope could easily seem lost in this Breathitt County community. But one grandmother and granddaughter duo is proving they can make it through anything.
After we went through the flood and everything, then last night she come to me and hugged me and she said, "Nanny," said, "why is this happening? Why is our house going to burn?"
Months after Betty Noble and her granddaughter lost nearly everything in the flood, they say now they are watching the forest burn around their home.
We were really upset whenever we see the fires coming down, so we were really scared. The fire department, we called 911 to come to help us, because it was coming down on our house, you know, and they did come and did the best they could do.
Scared of losing everything a second time, the two say sleep was hard, and they stayed up doing everything they could to keep the fire away.
She was walking around and raking all the leaves away just in case it came down any farther from the hillside. I was filling up buckets so they could drench out the creek and make the creek, since it was dried up, and wet all the leaves back and put it away from the fire.
Despite the fear of another tragedy, Paisley and her grandmother stuck together, and her nanny always has the perfect words of comfort.
I said, "Honey, we just have to trust that God won't let our house burn." I said, just like whenever we were in the flood, we had to trust God to take care of us through the flood, and he did, didn't he? She said, yes, he did, Nanny.
No matter what fires or floods they may go through.
We've had a rough time, but, you know, together we survived, didn't we?
Yeah.
God took care of us.
No fear or loss will break this bond. In Breathitt County, Olivia Calfee, WYMT Mountain News.
The fire near Betty and Paisley's community has been on and off all day, and the Kentucky Division of Forestry has been in the area all day, working to keep it controlled.
We continue to watch forest fires all throughout the region. We got some video we're going to show you a little bit later on of a big-time fire on Pine Mountain there on the Harlan-Letcher County line. Looks like it's on the Harlan County side, according to our Brandon Robinson, but something to watch. There's the picture from downtown Whitesburg. All looks quiet with just some, excuse me, just the street lights out there this evening. One of the fires we're looking at right now is currently not far from Hazard. You see kind of a plume there. Really between Hazard and Daisy. It's not far there from Viper area, not too far. It's through the central part of the county, and we've been seeing some of the smoke from that on our camera. Middle and upper 60s right now throughout the region. Still near 70 in Somerset, but already seeing cooler readings. 56 Middlesboro, 59 in Monticello, and 55 in Wise. So cooler air is on the way. Dew points on the way up. Hopefully that will help the fire situation. Our fire weather warning was allowed to expire at the top of the hour, but still do not burn outside even as we head into the day tomorrow. Details coming up in a few on when we could see some rain that could really help that fire threat. Steve?
Evan, thank you. It was a busy election day at the Kentucky Attorney General's office. As of 8 o'clock last night, 93 pre-election day complaints and 209 day of complaints have been called into the election fraud hotline. Yesterday, Bell, Boyd, Breathitt, Floyd, Harlan, Knott, Laurel, Lee, Letcher, Perry, Pike, Powell, Rockcastle, Round, and Wayne counties all reported at least one call to the hotline. Knott County had one call with a complaint of vote buying or selling. Laurel County reported 3 voting machine complaints. Floyd County had several complaints, including one call of disrupting polls, one call of election fraud, and one call of vote buying. The other counties reported issues from electioneering complaints to procedural questions. Kentucky voters rejected changes to the state constitution as wanted by the Republican majority, but still voted to add several more GOP members to the legislature. WYMT's Phil Pendleton spoke to the governor and House and Senate leaders about the midterms.
Kentucky's General Assembly was already really red, and after Tuesday, it's even more so, especially in the State House. Some results are still too close to call, but Speaker David Osborne says the 100-member House should be made up of at least 80 Republicans come January.
I think it's a testament to our members and a testament to the fact that the people of Kentucky want difficult decisions to be made.
Kentucky House Democrats say that they were fighting an uphill battle in this election cycle. They issued a statement saying that there were a number of things that worked against them, including nationalization of local and state races, and they say that there was also the redistricting that they say caused a gerrymandering effect. While more Republicans were added, some of the Republican agenda was rejected by voters. Both constitutional amendments were defeated, including one that puts no right to an abortion in the state constitution.
I think the people of Kentucky said that those individuals deserve options, and I agree.
The spending on Constitutional Amendment 2 was overwhelming, actually it ultimately ended up a little closer than I heard many predict.
But with supermajorities still in place in both chambers, legislative leaders say they believe their policy is what most Kentuckians want.
But I think maybe the point of the night is this: 31, 80, all constitutional offices, and except for one. And this shows what this state is like.
In Frankfort, Phil Pendleton, WYMT Mountain News.
Well, next year, of course, will be another big election year in Kentucky with the race for governor and the constitutional officers. We'll be right back.
WYMT News app offers alerts on breaking stories as they happen, customized to the categories